Hello everyone and welcome to the Web3 CMO Stories podcast. My name is Joeri Billast and I'm your podcast host, and today I'm so excited to be joined by Anna. Anna, how are you?
Yeah, hello Joeri. Thank you for having me here. Great to see you. I'm great and excited about the second day of European Blockchain Convention in Barcelona.
Absolutely. We are in Barcelona, guys. Again, another amazing conference, and so excited to have Anna on the show. But if you're now wondering who is Anna, if you don't know her, lots of you will probably already have seen her or heard about her. She is a public speaker, a Fortune media contributor, and CEO of Cointelegraph, crypto media group and consulting agency. And furthermore, Anna is a co-producer of the documentary film Decentralized No Matter What on the new era of digital economy. You had such a big bio, Anna. You did already so amazing things. But let's go to the beginning. I'm curious to hear from you what initially sparked your interest in the Web3 and crypto space, and how did your background in international law influence this?
Thank you for such nice introduction. And generally, you ask about my background in international law. I knew about Bitcoin first through my roommate who had internship in a law company, which deals as well with crypto and blockchain. It was back in 2017. He mentioned Bitcoin in conversation with me. I got interested. I started Googling about that. And generally before, I was been always interested to multiply my assets and to invest my savings somewhere. And before that, I usually just had deposits in Ukrainian banks. So I got some interest from my deposits, and as well back then there was everywhere advertisements of forex market, forex trading. I went to some forex seminars, but I didn't understand the estimate trading, so eventually I didn't invest into forex or stocks or anything like that. But I invested into crypto, and until now it's the only investment class I have, and only financial assets I invest into. So first I got to know about Bitcoin back in 2017. I wanted to invest into it when it was trading at around $2,000, but unfortunately I told about that to my parents. So they started shouting at me, and I didn't invest first. And then in some time, in a half a year, I knew some other guys. They started working with one ICO project. Well, they invited me for the interview. And since I already had some basic knowledge about crypto, we started working together. And as well, with that time, since October 2017, I started investing into crypto. First of all, it was initially from just speculation side, just the wish to grow my savings and to multiply them. So I started to invest more into crypto. But on the other side, I have been always interested in new technologies, in different innovations. And this industry is so open and so exciting, so much happening, and it's rapidly growing. So I got to it.
Wow. And now today you're here at the European Blockchain Convention, and you are a speaker. You have been speaking at different conferences around the world. So then I'm curious, what did you learn from that? Well, because it's different regions, about their vision on the crypto space and what's happening.
Yes, we can see as well the shifts of in different crypto capitals. So when I began, I think it was all about Asia. I used to go so many times to Asia, to conferences in Hong Kong, in Singapore, even to China, before China banned crypto. So it was interesting, and it felt like the center of all the crypto was in Asia, but as well in the US too, because there was a lot of happening there. And currently we are in Europe, and finally Europe is as well coming up, given the space. And we see as well in Europe currently with MiCA, one of the most advanced regulations in crypto here in Europe. But we can see as well some differences. For example, in Asia, we can see more retail market. In Europe, it was to be more corporate, financial focused, banks, etc. So we see the adoption of crypto more by blockchain, by enterprises, by different banks and financial institutions. Even if we talk specifically about this conference, about European Blockchain Convention. And as well, I should note that I'm based currently in Dubai, in the Middle East. And Dubai, UAE as well has become a real crypto capital, and everybody is moving there. First, because of the zero taxes for the personal gains, and as well because so much happening there. Regulators are super friendly and welcoming. There are different zones, different regulators, like, for example, Abu Dhabi Global Local Market, ADGM, or, for example, Dubai BARA, Financial Assets Regulatory Authority. As well, in the UAE, they launched as well a dedicated zone for the crypto startups, Ravdao, that's a Ravdao, so recently set up your company there, and so the community from all over the world is coming down to the UAE, and it feels like the center of everything. And besides that, I'm originally from Ukraine, so Ukraine is as well one of the top countries in terms of the adoption of crypto. This year, it's on the number 6 in terms of global crypto index by chain analysis of the crypto adoption. Before, it was a few years ago, even was the first place. Because back then, we had more than 12% of migration in Ukraine, called in crypto. I guess this number for currency is even much bigger, and especially we have unfortunate conditions with the war, but the war as well showed how the crucial crypto assets can be, as well as the people in such conditions to move their assets cross-border easily when they flee a country from the war, and as well how global community whole community helps Ukraine visit the nations. Ukraine raised over 180 million or even more in crypto donations.
Wow, yeah, you see all the advantages or solutions that crypto can offer. I had one of the earlier podcast episodes. I had also a Ukrainian lady. She came on and she was, taking, going on with her business while, it's a difficult situation. It's really brave. I had also people from Circle on the podcast, how they explain what they are doing, how they want to help places where it's not easy to transfer money. Another project I know about, which is in Japan, the Rio coin. There they are launching, they want to be crypto for the masses. And but the challenge that they have there is that it's so regulated. There are so many rules. So yeah, what are your thoughts about the regulations, or more specifically maybe in the Asian countries?
So Asian countries are one of the most advanced in terms of the crypto regulations too. And I would say everything has started in Asia mostly. But the majority of exchanges are originally from Asia, from China, or a lot of them located to Singapore as well. Obviously, the biggest trading community is in Korea, and as well, Japan in Asia was one of the first countries which adopted and legalized crypto. So they recognized crypto as an asset class back then, and we talked specifically about Japan. We see as well even their prime minister, who is stepping down from the stage, is talking about the crypto-friendly regulations and presenting crypto companies to go to Japan. But we can see as well different differences between the countries. Probably the most advanced in Asia is currently Hong Kong with their clear regulations. So before that, it used to be Singapore. Singapore is still a quite great jurisdiction, but they became quite stringent after the collapse of FTX because even their sovereign wealth funds classic invested in the FTX, so they were considering and to invest in other crypto startups. But after the crash of FTX, they became much more careful. So their requirements and regulations are much harder, and it takes at least a year to get the license there. It's quite a tough due diligence process. But I just came now from Singapore and talking 2049. It's one of the largest crypto conferences in the world. You can feel the attitudes in Asia and how much is happening there.
Yeah, it's just a different feeling. Like I've been speaking on conferences in Asia itself, but online I did, and it's a different atmosphere.
Yeah, it's not like countries like Indonesia, Vietnam, is not in the top of chain analysis, crypto top adoption.
Yeah.
Have so many uses there.
What a bit special is about the Rio coin story is that the holders of the coin are more people like in their 50s, 60s, 70s, which you won't see elsewhere in the world. Like maybe typically for Japan. Is that surprising for you or?
Generally, yes, because we adjusted that it's usually younger generation more open to different innovations and to asset classes as crypto. But usually, more senior generation, they just invest into stocks to real estate or into other stable assets, bonds, and etc. Not really in crypto because crypto is so volatile. So yes, it's a puzzle. But I feel the same about Australia, for example, that in Australia, the senior generation is dominating of a younger generation in terms of investing into crypto.
Yeah, so it's interesting, all these differences. But what also intrigues me is a documentary that you created. You worked, it features people like Vitalik, CZ, and I'm curious what were most of the, let's say, surprising or maybe insightful moments that you encountered where you were co-producing the documentary.
So when do you want to know more about our documentary?
Maybe you can, because our listeners, maybe they haven't seen it yet, maybe you can first say what it's about, and maybe if there's something, a surprising moment or an exciting moment that you remembered from producing it.
We produced already 2 documentaries. I started a business experiment in El Salvador. We started filming back in 2021, in November 2021. It was quite funny. My co-founder just went for holidays in Mexico. And then it turned out that there would be a conference in El Salvador. And El Salvador at the time adopted Bitcoin as official currency, as a legal tender. So then we just had the idea, maybe it's a little bit cool to film this unique use case of the first country in the world adopting Bitcoin as a legal tender. So we just got over and switching man to El Salvador and started following the story of this first Bitcoin country and become the president, the vice president, the members of the parliament, and also other 𝘭𝘰𝘯𝘵 founders and some Bitcoin globalists like for example Brockfields and etc. So we released the film publicly recently in May. Yeah, it's available on our YouTube channel, White Crypto. And as well, we have been working on another documentary. We have it as well on our YouTube channel. It's also a documentary from Dubai, because I started living in Dubai during that time. And a lot of people started moving to Dubai during Corona times. So we started as well later in 2021. Like we have the documentary Suzy founded Binance, as well Sandeep Dalal, co-founder of Polygon, just Constantine Cardano, Justin Santron, many influencers. That movie is mostly focused on the history and value of Bitcoin, and you can watch it as well on our YouTube channel. We made some presentations and private documentary screenings in Dubai and Monaco during Formula One and Cancun Festival. And currently we are finishing this our big Web3 documentary. And it's even more exciting. Have as well some new top leaders of the industry meets, like Vitalik Buterin, creating 𝘧𝘰𝘯𝑚, Ballerino, CEO Tesla, the most profitable company in crypto right now. As well, we have Anna Tutova, co-founder of BitMEX, currently he manages Swiss family office in Amsterdam. As well, we have 𝘭𝘰𝘬𝘬𝘐, Chamber, Walker Brands, biggest gaming and enterprise fund. And as well, we have the my influencers, all this too. And happy to have you all and our documentary premiere on 21st October in Dubai. So,
wow.
There's a time when other script will be coming out in public. So we're gonna do some private documentary screenings and our own events and as well in some conferences and over the world. And later you can watch it on our YouTube channel too.
Wow. It's amazing, everything that you're doing. So, Anna, you mentioned some amazing names, big names in the crypto space. Then I'm curious, what maybe was one or more takeaways that you got from meeting those people, talking to those people?
Yeah, I had the chance to meet all those early adopters in crypto, and it's quite fascinating because a lot of them started not really from the speculation point of view, but like a lot of people who wanted to be quite specific on back then, like especially very early, back in 2010, 2011, when it was like all this nothing, it was trading on dollars. They just believed in this idea that one day it may become like very weak. There is just resistance there, or August dollars and the currency is limited supply. That's supposed by the government, which just rate money with all that supply and have be facing inflation, etc. And also all those about how libertarian will set, etc. So the views on so the underground democratization of the themselves, if you want, like this for the donor people, and it's really fascinating. And as well, so lots of people saying a lot of developers in the space, so they got to crypto in towing the stages. I was a large group of work files. If they are, building, trying somehow soon say like a lot of them didn't imagine that some they did when they launched will become them works. So like for example, Vitalik Buterin, he just started from writing some articles from Bitcoin and seeing with that like he coded some games and then like this idea of what he was seeing of the system be like satisfied context young people so really only so what.
So Anna, yeah, it's inspiring talking to you, and I'm wondering now. There are a lot of challenges. If you are an entrepreneur or a business owner and you want to do stuff in the Web3 space, let me first ask you that. What are some of the challenges that you're seeing? And then after that, of course, what can we do, to solve those challenges?
I guess specifically in my case, in the area, we see so many news currently, and so they've been just like almost every minute something happening in the world. And it's really hard to keep up with our industry and with all that world. And even the crypto industry overall feels like, for example, in just the 1 year in the industry or more, but it feels like you've been at least 3 years instead of 1 year. It's so hard to keep on the face with all that's happening in the industry. And as well, like with media, we need to have the news first, and as well another challenge that because we see such a big influx of a lot of information, people just like grasping some sort of it, just read the title somewhere and they'll find to see it. The Twitter weeks is one of the leading social media of the crypto people because you can get all the news in the real time and really quick note and to just grab the titles or just the headlines of what people put in it. And as well, like from the side of the media, with our challenges as well to get the market and to get people reading our news. So it's one of the challenges for that.
All the information overload, of course, is there. But what for me also is a challenge that people, when they see news, can they trust the news,
Because we saw even some big media outlets publishing fake news, and because everybody wants to be posting on it, so they publish it quickly. And then sometimes if somebody in that organization didn't realize the news properly, it can cause as well the launch of influencer or the same now. The song maybe it was half a year ago or 1 year ago was going to Telegraph. I've also published fake news, so like OTF and well, something like that, but to the turned out that it was not true. But it influenced the marketing of it, so the how was the marketing to it.
I'm smiling a bit because there is so much noise around us that you really feel the vibes of this event. But yeah, that this is a challenge. Scams are a challenge. People need to be careful what they believe, what they don't believe. Now looking into
the same as we saw in these FTs, everybody says that it's an incredible company. And same as we saw that like Taiwan investors run this company. So it gives a lot of people credibility, okay, like these good guys, as they support this exchange, so it should be trustable, but in reality they use customer funds.
Yeah, and now with AI, there are so many possibilities.
A lot of deepfakes.
Yeah, a lot of deepfakes, and also or identities that have copied, and then now that's another discussion, digital identities. Is that something that you are following? How is that? And because Sandy Carter from Unstoppable Domains was on my podcast to talk about that already a few times. Do you have a vision about that or an opinion about digital identities?
Well, I guess the hidden company in the digital identity space is WorldCoin. When we scan your org, so but some people as well have some hesitations and I do that because they may collect the data. I can recommend also like overhunt. I didn't scan my orgs myself.
Okay.
But on the other side, it's use people who don't have a digital identity because it is like there are millions of people always like called healing people don't have even digital identity as well. And so and blockchain can be a real solution as that. So
absolutely. Do you see if you're now looking in the next years, because a lot of things happened already. You said in 1 year, maybe let's say 1 year further. How positive are you about the space, and what evolutions do you see, if you can see, like, in the future?
Yeah, generally I'm quite optimistic about this space, and we can make two directions. One direction is fundamentals, so fundamental projects developing, and as well as the real adoption of blockchain and crypto. And on the other side is how the market contributes into it. So basically we see some advancements in terms of technology, but we don't really currently see the market pumping. Okay, like this was the rate cuts in the US. So of course the market reacted a bit, so we are coming back with the crypto pump. Bitcoin is already over $64,000.
Yeah.
But on the other side, it's not yet a super cycle like it's so in 2021. 2022. So I guess everybody is expecting that, expecting all those altcoins to be handled like crazy. But it's a question of liquidity with the market, and when we'll get that liquidity. Because before we saw a black swan event with COVID, and when governments were doing out rate checks to people equivalent to started one crypto. With that, currently I feel like a lot depends on the outcome of the elections in the US.
Yeah.
So I guess most parties will have to embrace somehow crypto and blockchain as well to keep US as the leader of the world to the industry. But it's not maybe more beneficial for our industry. And hence we might see a bigger crypto pump with the Trump. But we'll see. On the other side, from the technology point of view, I feel like our industry becomes a bit fragmented. And as well, we see where the appearance of so many new companies that lead directions of activity, or as well realization of some old ideas, like for example, digitalization. Because I've been going to some tokenization conferences back since 2018, and at that time, there were some representatives of the big banks came to those spaces, but it was launched to the extent of just investing of everything. And currently, we see finally all those banks are embracing blockchain and technology and digitalization. We see a lot of interesting tokenized gas treasuries and other tokenized securities. Still, this industry is pretty small. We see around $8 billion still tokenized assets, but it's projected to grow to the trillions of dollars in the next year. So now we see as well Larry Fink, the CEO of BlackRock, just studying from the TV about Bitcoin, about tokenization. So it's quite a big legitimization of our industry. And as well, I see the need of a shift of traditional people coming to our industry. Like, for example, it's all from the side of investors, and as well the interest of people. We see the funding of some debt in startups. So it's as well also a lot of hardware, so a lot of people like physicists, mathematicians are getting into the industry too. And they have been not into crypto at all, in just a new way to fund those big projects and in more efficient way than themselves with big traditional telecommunications companies or governments. But we see the funding just forward the community, which has some incentivization as well. We see now a lot of the examples of crypto and AI. Of course, because of such a big AI, like everybody tries just design some use cases of the intersection of crypto and AI, but there are some real cases too. So that's pretty interesting. And of course, for me, personally, specifically, I see the biggest adoption on the side of the crypto payments. And still already around more than 60% of merchants around the world. I kind of like set the weird top. So we see a big has. Then we already see over 880 million people holding crypto. It's like a huge growth within just a few years. 2 years ago, we saw like 300 million people holding crypto. Currently, this number is almost tripled. So this is fully fascinating. And we see a lot of developments with some new ecosystems, like from South of Telegram and Todd, with their mini apps. Because those people just want to get some airdrops, some coins, and they just as well play those type games. But on the other side, as well as just a small percent of those people are motivated to crypto. They get educated, they do transactions on chains. So nevertheless, it's like a stupid idea with all those type games, but some way it brings adoption too. So That's exciting. And of course, the biggest use case anyway is trading and
Yeah.
DeFi super.
Yeah, so lots of possibilities, lots of things. Now, crypto for a lot of people is still like a black box.
Yeah.
So if you talk to others and they are not really understanding or they are interested in Web3 and they want to dive in, what is some of advice that you give those people?
Well, read our website, because telegram.com, follow our channel, White Crypto. I'll be publishing as well a lot of interviews with the leaders in the industry. Follow Joeri's podcast too, right? I guess you have as well a lot of alpha as young guest. Yeah, as well, like if you want to be more deeper in crypto, to have a Twitter is a must. It's the source of all the news. Or like currently, if you want to know all the basics, you can just Google everything, like what's Bitcoin, what's crypto, how to buy crypto. As well, we see now some other tools like ChatGPT with AI or like Perplexity. You can ask all the questions what to do to those platforms and you can get the answers and get educated. And if you want to know something deeper, of course, you should watch some educational videos. As well, we go to this website. I don't really recommend to read books. Sometimes they're good, but in our industry, they become completely outdated. But just if you want to know like the basics, like the history of the HR, or like the adoption use cases of blockchain, use maybe as well as the vector as well with code and just to know something more on the rendering maybe number two, but our industry is so fast growing or fast evolving, so I'm inspired just to try some news.
Wow, those are great tips, great resources. As my followers know, my listeners, there are always show notes. You can find all the links in there that Anna mentioned. If there is something else you want to add, Anna, is there a profile on social media where people can follow you?
Yeah, I'm on LinkedIn, Anna Tutova, as well as on Twitter, the same name. You can check our YouTube channel, White Crypto, so you can find me there. And as well, you can find me at the conferences and as well different side events. It's as well one of the best ways to learn something and as well to talk with people who have been already at the industry. Yeah, but always tell something to do, and as well if you want to raise something in the space, to come to the conferences and to network with the people in the best way of it.
Absolutely. That's how we met also. Anna, as I said, there will be show notes, all links, everything will be in there for people that want to know about you, how to find you. It was such a pleasure to have you on the podcast.
Yeah, pleasure to be on the podcast. So thank you for inviting me.
Guys, what an amazing podcast here at the European Blockchain Convention in Barcelona. Actually, this is such a great podcast episode. This must be useful for people around you that are not yet in the crypto space. Feel free to share the episode. Talk also about everything that Anna is doing. As I said, the links are in the show notes. And of course, if you are not subscribed to the show, as I always say, this is a really good moment to do this. If you haven't given me a review yet, please do that because it helps me reach even more people. And of course, I would like to see you back next time. Take care. Bye-bye.